Mr. Calvin Castine. It's February 12th, 2003. Memory serves me, this is Abe Lincoln's birthday. And we're celebrating in a frozen state here at our Rouses Point Civic Center. The Tupper Lake Lumberjacks are here on this Wednesday evening to face the Northeastern Clinton Central Cougars right here, right now on a chilly hometown K-ball. Temperature is about 4 degrees and dropping fast outside. Only thing we can say is there's no wind in here, and that's about the best we can do. It's the first time we've managed to make it down here to Rouses Point rink. Seems every time they're playing, we're somewhere else. A big factor in that was my son's basketball games conflicting with many of their hockey home games, and I'm going to be where I've always had the philosophy, I'm not going to tape someone else's youngsters while mine are playing somewhere else. I'm going to tape my family first. So there's only one other date that I can think of when they had a home game here, and it was a cold Saturday, and I said to heck with it. Well, it's a cold Wednesday, but it's the last regular season game of the year. It's senior night, and I believe they'll be honoring their seniors. They have James Jeanette, John Southwick, and Sean Casey, I believe, are the only 3 seniors. There's Sean Parker.
Please let your good sportsmanship show during the game. The mission of the class is met with commitment, and with privilege comes responsibility to conduct oneself in a manner where the game is enjoyable for other fans and players on the ice, as well as spectators in the stands. We ask that you keep this in mind as you enjoy tonight's game. And now we would like to welcome you to the Rouses Point Civic Center to tonight's match between the visiting Lumberjacks and your Cougars of Northeastern Clinton. Starting lineup for tonight's game is the visiting Lumberjacks. Number 1, Travis Switzer.
Clarence Bell. Let's see. Getting more and more crowded here. Matt Welch will be in goal for the Cougars. We won't worry about Tupper Lake. John Southwick. Kyle Hicks. James Jeanette. Eric LeBlanc. And Tim Manor. Rob Francis, assisted by Lee Gadway. Coaches. Senior night, I thought they were going to honor the seniors. Maybe they'll do it at some later point. Jeanette facing off for the Cougars. Puck comes up to Southwick, sends it down the ice. I've been told that the winner of this game will get the home ice in the qualifying game in the playoffs. So the winner will play at home next Tuesday. So late in the season, this is a game that matters for both teams. The local hockey protege. Been on the sports ESPN all day. Jesse Boris. I'm sure all the hockey fans out there will remember the night that he got knocked out with one punch last night's game, playing for the Carolina Hurricanes. But Jesse Boris, who, as far as I know, played his youth hockey right here for the Cougars. Shot deflected. Shot taken by Cody Roberts. Jesse Boris playing in the NHL now. But he is known in the sports highlight tapes for his fights more than his scoring, and it was in the top 10 list on the ESPN. Tony Kornheiser had it one of his highlight topics tonight. Jesse getting knocked out with one punch, and that's got to be a worrisome thing for the family back home when they see that on television. Just in case we don't get to tell you all the Cougar players out there, we'll read them off numerically. Justin Marks, number 2. David Warner, number 3. Niall Monette, number 4. Broken up by Southwick. 5 is John Juno. 6 is Eric LeBlanc. 8 is Nate Young. James Jeanette wears number 9. Peter Coulombe, number 10. Kyle Gadway. Oops, stopped by Welch while I was looking at my paper here. Kyle Gadway, 14. Mike Southwick wears number 15. Kyle Hicks, 16. Cody Roberts, 18. John Southwick. Saved by Welch. John Southwick, 19. Sean Casey, 20. Tim Manor, 22. And Matt Welch, 8th grader, starting goalie, number 30. It'll be Jeanette taking the face-off for the Cougars, facing Kyle Trudeau. Up on the boards, and the Jacks come out with it. Been a Cougar week to face the Lumberjacks. The women's, or girls, I should say, girls basketball team was here over the weekend. The boys basketball team went there to Tupper Lake last night. Tupper Lake is here tonight. 10:53 and counting here in the first period. Still scoreless. This is Casey. He carries it up. Tries to get the Manor taken away. Now back to Southwick. Jeanette loses it, and we're having offsides, I guess. Southwick off the boards. Far side, it's Warner, number 3. There's a shot. Ricochets around the corner. Shot. Deflected. Southwick to Hicks. Hicks carries it up. Gadway was up at the blue line. Now the the puck goes into the corner to Warner. Hicks getting a stick on it. Now you got Roberts and Southwick. Southwick will get there. Turns. Nice move by John Southwick behind the net. Up to Roberts, taken away by the Jacks. Southwick controlling the defense. Takes a long shot. Hoping to make something happen. Welch makes the stop. With Manor up to Mike Southwick. Pushes it up to Nate Young, number 8. The Jacks have it. Young takes it. Trying to get it to Mike Southwick at the blue line. Mike Southwick. Puck is controlled by Tupper Lake. It's been a fast, clean game so far. We like not many whistles. Keep playing. 7:56. Almost halfway through the first period. Southwick. Whoa. Marks is leveled. Jeanette will take the face-off. Puck comes back for Hicks. Hicks sends it through. Off the stick of Manor. Jeanette gets a stick on it. Manor looking for the pass to Jeanette. Broken up by the Jacks. Broken up by Southwick. Sent down the ice by Hicks. Taken back by the Jacks. Down to 7 minutes here in the first period. Jeanette back on defense. Intended for Manor, broken up by Jeanette. And the puck goes behind the net. Welch will touch it, leave it for Hicks. Hicks up to number 6, LeBlanc. There's Sean Casey going back for it. Kyle Gadway will take the face-off for Northeastern. Puck comes back to Sean Casey, sends it down and deflects off the stick of Cody Roberts. Chance here for Tupper Lake. Welch comes up big. This one goes behind his ear. Sent up the boards by Werner, taken back by Tupper Lake. Tupper Lake player fans. Broken up by Casey. Puck is loose. Cody Roberts sends it up. Goes into the... Actually deflects off the Cougar bench, the people on the bench. 5:39 in the first period. The puck's out of here. Young will take this face off. Of Young, Mike Southwick, John Southwick, Kyle Hicks, and Niall Monette on the field, on the ice for the Cougars. 5:15 showing here in the first period. scoreless, and we are penalty-less. Another stop by Welch. Young sends it. Monette tries to send it up, taken back by the Jacks. Shot stopped by Welch. Puck is loose, goes to the right of the keeper. Young battling along the boards. Southwick. Jeanette will take the face off. And puck is loose. Welch tried to smother it, he couldn't. Now Welch covers up. Jeanette will take the face off. 3:59 showing here in the first period, still scoreless. That one comes wide. Manor broken up. Back to Casey, sends it up for LeBlanc. LeBlanc carries it. Jeanette will take the face off. That was Sean Casey getting in the way of Tupper Lake. Now Manor, now shot put on and stopped by Welch. John Southwick. Up to Manor. Face off to the right of Welch. 3 minutes to go in the first period. Sent down the ice by Warner. Southwick's the deep man. Here's a shot. Right on net, and a nice stop by Welch, and a very nice shot for Tupper Lake by Kurt Eggsware. Gadway over to help Warner. Puck comes to the red line, sent down the ice by Kyle Hicks. Or was it Cody Roberts? Roberts takes it back. .201 showing. Young will take the face-off for the Cougars. Come the Lumberjacks. Minute and a half to go in the period. Puck comes up to Monette. Tupper Lake controls. Monette gets a stick on it. Now it's pushed around and back of the net. Southwick will control it. Sends it down ice. And icing will be called. 1:08 left in the period. Monette taking the face off. carries it. Eric LeBlanc, number 6, over there also. Jeanette Strites come out with it, taken away. Sent cross ice. No, sent down the ice by Marks. Sent back in by Casey. And trouble in paradise over there. With 15 seconds to go in the period, we have our first penalty. It's on Eric LeBlanc. So the Cougars will be down a man for the next minute and a half. Power play goal opportunity for Tupper Lake. Cougars will try to kill the penalty. First period ends scoreless. Tupper Lake at Northeastern Clinton. I think we're going to honor the seniors now. That's Rob Francis.
Throughout the year. For a lot of this team, both this team, there's a lot more games in the league than Rouses Point as part of Northeastern Clinton hockey. But for 3 of these players, this is the last time we are on the jersey in front of hometown crowd. So let's take a minute to recognize these players. First, since I've taken over 3 years ago, he's been with us 3 years. After coming back from season, plays defense, good player, good kid. Sean Casey, parents, Mikey Julie Casey.
John Casey. And I'll bring a flower to his parents.
Next player, played varsity hockey for 5 years. Had to battle back this season from a rebuild team. Came back about halfway through the year. Done a good job for us. For me, the last 3 years, we'd like to thank Dan Sunello. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeanette. Giving a flower to Dan and Sue Belrose. No hug for Dan. Look at Dan. Look, he's heartbroken. No hug.
And lastly, this guy's done a great job this year wearing the CN shirt. Played varsity 4 years. It's been a great year and a lot of fun to have around his parents, Northeast, Southwick, John Southwick.
John Southwick. Dorothea and Steve.
Best of luck to all the seniors and whatever they plan to do next year. Thank you.
As you might expect, there's not a dry eye in the house. Oh, Dorothea's crying. Must be the cold weather. Alright, back on my perch here, and Cougars will be going this way this period. Still scoreless. Tupper Lake on the power play for 1:15. Hard into the boards. Warner working hard for the Cougars. Cougars is not necessarily looking to play offense here. They want to make sure that Tupper Lake doesn't score on the power play. Well, 3 men back, and Warner doing his best on the front line. 18 on the penalty. Warner sends it back. 5 seconds on the penalty. Now Cougars are back to full strength. Face off near the blue line. Nice move. Whoa. That's Young getting leveled after making a nice move. Face-off will be near the blue line. Young taking the face-off for the Cougars. Remind everyone, this is viewer-supported television. We want to thank the 2 families from the hockey team that are supporting Hometown Cable. Just 2. Puck sent around the back of the boards. Controlled by Tupper Lake. The shot goes wide of Welch. Welch covers up. Two remaining in the second period. There's a penalty coming up. John Southwick will take a senior night seat for 1.5 minutes. Another power play for the Jacks. For the stop. 47 seconds left in a penalty. Puck is loose. Shot goes wide. Ten seconds in the penalty. pass. Shot is stopped. It was Kyle Gadway made that nice pass to Nate Young. Shot stopped. Shot just wide by Young. Gadway passes. Look out. Got a foot away from coming over the boards. .9:29 remains in the second period. Still scoreless. Tupper Lake at Northeastern. I believe Southwick is taken down. Southwick is in the goal. Should have put the puck in his pocket. I believe the winner of this gets the home ice advantage for the first round of the playoffs. Gadway will take the face-off.
All right, John.
Welch covers up. There's LeBlanc. Trickles wide. Pass front, deflected by the keeper. Passed out front. Now we're going to have a whistle. Blows play dead. I think he came from an offsides position to handle the puck. .8:22, second period. Northeastern nothing, Tupper Lake nothing.
What happens if we don't get his
Back down by Hicks. Halfway through the game, 7:29 on the clock when the face-off took place. Like Southwick giving chase. Now we got Monette trailing. Monette sent into the boards. Puck gets by Marks. The icing. Young taking the face-off. Cougars are just 3 seniors, but they also have just 3 juniors. The 3 seniors, once again, are Casey, John Southwick, and Jeanette. The 3 juniors are Eric LeBlanc, Kyle Hicks, and Tim Manor. So everybody else is an underclassman. They have 2 sophomores and 7 freshmen, and the 1 8th grader Welch. Offsetting penalties is 4-on-4. Not quite sure what happened out there. They put the minute and a half on the clock with 6:48 showing, so it'll be 4-on-4, offsetting penalties. Or sent down by LeBlanc. Stopped by Welch. Jeanette will take the face-off for the Cougars. Keeper makes the stop. They couldn't find a puck. Shot back in by LeBlanc. Yeah. 16 seconds left in the penalties, 5:34 left in the second period. There's Warner. Warner driven into the boards. Gadway. The shot. Shot taken by Casey. Both teams at full strength. Gadway will take the face-off. Too many men on the ice for the Jacks. Stopped at the red line. Offsides. Sent into the corner by Gadway. Sent back down by Casey. We're going to have a whistle. Looks like a first penalty called on Tupper Lake. Or actually, first non-concurrent penalty called on Tupper Lake. Trudeau will grab a seat. Northeastern will have their first power play. Casey over to Hicks. The net behind the net. Opportunity, short-handed goal opportunity here for Tupper Lake, but the Cougars break it up. That was Sean Casey back there. Went around the back of the net. Casey up to Jeanette. Runs it in front of the net. 50 seconds remains in the power play. 3:45 left in the period. Trickles just wide, shot by Southway. Northeastern keeping Travis Switzer busy. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Hicks sends it back in, sent back out. That's by Hicks. Welch comes out for it. Takes a chance. Here's the open net. Welch way outside the net. Makes the stop. Eighth grader took a chance and almost got burned. Here comes Southwick. Just wide. Southwick shot just wide. Both teams at full strength. 2:47 left in the second period. Stopped by Welch. Face off to the right of Welch. Sent into the corner. Under 2 minutes to go in the period. Still scoreless, second period. Tupper Lake at Northeastern. .120 to go in the period. Sean Hudson will sit for the Jacks, and the Cougars have another power play with just under a minute left in the second period. Casey carries it up. Casey pass to Southwick. Intended for Young, broken. No, that was not Young. Intended for Jeanette. No, puck comes near Young, but gets by him. Casey, and the puck is knocked out. 16.8 left in the period. Brings it in. Offside's called. Check that. It was a penalty called. Penalty called on Jeanette. So it's 4-on-4. Not sure what the penalty was. There's the end of the period. So there's 31 seconds left in the Tupper Lake penalty. Minute 27 left in the Cougar penalty when we start the third. Just give us a moment to get in focus, and we'll cover this game. Hopefully somebody will score. One goal is all we need here. Naturally, we want the team in white to score it, but oh, right through the crease. 3 seconds left in the Tupper Lake penalty. They'll be coming full strength, so they'll be going into a power play for the next 55 seconds. And we should point out, fortunately, thanks to Robbie Roberts, we found out that John Juneau is in nets, and is not Welch. John Juneau has been minding the nets all night long for Northeastern. If Robbie Roberts hadn't mentioned that to us, we would have gone through the whole game thinking it was Welch, but it's John Juneau doing a nice job in the nets for the Cougars. He's a freshman. substituting for an 8th grader. Jack's on the power play. Sent around the boards, 20 seconds to go in the power play. Not sure if we'll see overtime if this game is tied. Don't see enough hockey to know that for certain. I would assume so, but I don't know that for certain if there'll be overtime if we're tied. Cougar penalty is over. Can't quite feel my toes, so we're hoping there's no overtime. I can get in the car and warm up the Tootsies. Juno covers. Young taking the face off for the Cougars. Monette sends it down. I believe there are at least 4 of these Cougars that also play in the youth hockey. Look out here, ref. The big Bantam tournament tomorrow as we're taping this or this weekend I should say. As we're taping this on the 12th of February. In. Took a while for the referee to see it, but it is in. And Kurt Eggsware scores for Tupper Lake. 12:05 left in the game. Jeanette scoops and scores, and just like that, we're tied. Then Jeanette has tied it. Face off at mid-ice, 11:54 left in the game. In regulation. Southwick sends it down, sent in, broken up, and LeBlanc on the right side. Manor on the left. Jeanette in the middle for the Cougars. Icing will bring the puck back to the left of goalkeeper Juno. Casey sends it up for Roberts. Saved by Juno. I believe they're saying that LeBlanc and Southwick got assists on the James Jeanette goal. Gadway is sent backwards. 10:36 left in the third period. 1-1 the score. Tupper Lake at Northeastern. Teams tied in the standings. will cover up. Face off to the left of Juneau. Southwick comes around the boards, taken down. And I think we're going to have a penalty. Jesse Krywalks will have a minute-and-a-half respite. 9.5 to go in the game. Cougars on the power play. Southwick pass intended for Jeanette. Southwick back to the blue line to Jeanette, sends it in. And LeBlanc. No idea what that call was. 54 seconds left in the power play. Juneau leaves it for Southwick. Southwick carries it across. Carries it through, stopped by the keeper. Face off to the right of the keeper. Southwick with a shot. Try to pass back. 6 seconds left in the power play. Up to John Southwick from Mike Southwick. Jeanette sends it through. Jack's back at full strength. Good crowd here at the Rouses Point Rec Center. Juneau will grab it. 7:44 left in the third period. 1-1 the score. Tupper Lake and Northeastern. Marks passes up, looking for Roberts. Marks sends it up again. Warner, number 3 up there, and number 14 is Gadway. Stopped by Juneau. Slapped the head by Warner. The stick was taken away from him. He recovers his stick. Shot stopped by Juneau. Gadway will take the face off. 7:07 on the clock. Warner taken away. Ref giving Gadway a look as if he was trying to hit me with that puck. Juneau makes the stop. Young will take the face off. 6:13 left in the third. Shot wide. 5:40 to go in the third. 1-1 to score. Ball goes front of the crease. Picked up here by Southwick. Well, I think I called Kyle Hicks, Mike Southwick a while back. Kyle Hicks is 16, Mike Southwick 15. Penalty on the Lumberjacks, so it's Cougar power play the next minute and a half with 5:23 showing. Casey passes up to Jeanette. Jeanette and Gadway now taken away. Juno will stop it, leave it for Southwick. 5 minutes left in the third. Southwick passes up LeBlanc. Broken up. Now, ball puck gets by Jeanette. Casey passes back to Southwick. Over to Jeanette. Southwick carries it up. We're going to have offsides, I guess. 34 seconds remains in the power play. 4:26 left in the third period. 1-1 score. 10 seconds in the power play. Well, the Cougars will not get a power play goal. There's 3 seconds left. Puck goes over the board. 3:50. Left in the third period. Shot. Another one. Tupper Lake keeping the pressure on the Cougars. Mike Southwick runs into a wall now. Young is taken down. Here's Tupper Lake. There's a shot. Stopped by Juno. Marks gets a stick on it. Niall and Monette. 3:07 left in the third period. Cougar fans wanting a penalty on Fredenberg. 2:24 is getting physical. Refs are letting him play, but it's getting awfully physical out there. Two minutes. Jeanette with the face-off. Southwick carries the puck, sends it around up to Marks. Now Jeanette comes out with it. Jeanette carries it into the corner. Puck comes in front. Minute 15, and Tupper Lake scores. Tupper Lake scores, make it 2-1. Oh, minute 14 remains. Cougars trail. They trailed for about 3-4 seconds prior to this in the entire game. Jeanette will take the face-off for the Cougars.
Tupper goal scored by the
58.3 seconds to go. Tupper Lake trying to run out the clock here. We've got to put some pressure on them. 27 seconds. Going to be one on the goalie. Like a penalty shot. Stopped by Juno. Just like a penalty shot, but Juno was stood up to it. Tupper Lake using that clock. Spreading out Southwick. 11 seconds. Last chance for the Cougars, and that's it. That's it. 2 seconds. Juno makes the stop, and that's it. 2-1, Tupper Lake defeats the Cougars with 1:14 left in the game. They score the game winner. So that's the way it was. Cold. February 12th, 2003 at the Rouses Point Rec Center. Beautiful downtown Rouses Point. Our thanks to those of you, very few people who are watching. Not a lot of people are watching, but a few of you who are supporting Hometown Cable's ongoing efforts.